All right.
I definitely just denied my crew THC doing THC. So I'm gonna stay here and commentate.
Sounds good. Looks like we got a little puppy power. If you didn't see that.
Puppy power. Yeah. I actually I watched both these guys play probably like the first weekend the game came out, and they played like Duck Hunt in grand finals at some Florida tournament.
Oh,
Paragon. It was Paragon. I'm pretty sure.
That's crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him pull out Duck Hunt all day, but I saw him. He had a necklace on with like 8-bit characters and his Little Mac Duck Hunt. Yeah.
No, that's sick. His Duck Hunt is his main, but he's not very. It's not that he's not very confident with it. He just feels that he's not a viable character. So he has some secondaries, and obviously he's going to be pulling those kind of things out in like winter semis. But as I say that, puppy power is in the building.
I see it, and I mean
this is fun. Winter semis, Palutena versus Duck Hunt.
There it is, and I mean
can be cool.
Exactly. You're not going to see something like this in most places. You know, there are characters that are slept on, but I played the Palutena Mew2 earlier. It's a pretty good character. Having that swift movement and changing it into those customs where anything can basically you kind of change your momentum. You change the movement of the character. I think it's Lightfoot.
There's two. There's Lightfoot and there's Super Speed. I don't know what each of them do specifically. What? Right now? Well, it looks like I gotta go play Arcana. So
just kidding.
I'm gonna leave this to Dan to find someone.
All right. Well, best of luck to you, man. All right. Mew2King, MVD, Duck Hunt, Palutena. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Double A Battery.
Hey, what's going on, man? Just got the match started. We got Puppy Power, a.k.a. DVD, playing Mew2King. And it's going to be on a Smashville, very first match, very first start. And it looks like he's digging in real fast, doing his best to make sure that Palutena doesn't get that comfort to start using the Lightfoot ability that he did have set in his customs. Now, I mean, the biggest thing that you can expect in a matchup like this, especially for Duck Hunt, it looks like you're going to have to keep a lot of spacing and make it a really hard for a character to land and feel comfortable on the stage.
The thing about MVG right now is he's using Palutena frequently in this bracket. I actually faced him in friendlies earlier. He was practicing his Palutena against Duck Hunt and Ness and Villager. It was probably because he realizes that like these characters are very strong with customs. So especially with Palutena, you can use the side B, the reflect, against a lot of their projectiles, which is very useful.
Oh yeah, and I mean right now it's looking like the pup's not using any customs, and he's not hesitant to hunt this here female down. Him and the Duck going to town right now, giving her those pork and bean cans of explosiveness. We're going to see a little bit of Palutena on the edge. What do we got? Oh, here we go. Good recovery on his part. Finding a way to get away from all those obstacles. And again, we're seeing a lot of zoning. We're seeing a lot of coverage of the stage coming from MVD. And there it is.
There's the kill.
Puppy Power. a little Nintendogs action on the screen from Palutena. And we're going to go back into it. Looks like Mew2King is looking for a way in and a way to stay 100% on top of Duck Hunt. Throw off that groove a little bit.
Right. Mew2King's really good at utilizing his movement after his lightweight runs out. He usually goes with the jump glide too. Because even if he's in that helpless state after lightweight, you can still use jump glide and you'll still get that speed back.
Oh yeah. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, so he's very good at like diversifying the tools he utilizes, which is obvious from MTK, you know?
Oh yeah, and I mean, if most people didn't know, lightweight actually does have a burnout time. You're relatively quick for 12 seconds, and then you have a die down time for 6 seconds. But your momentum is not that great, and I see why you would want to mix the two customs together to keep speed going. And
exactly,
it keeps good momentum. You could do strikes out of lightweight, and I mean, you're looking at a character that went from being stiff to diverse.
Right.
In terms of this matchup, though, I don't know. The dog is definitely on the hunt.
And MVD really good at getting those grabs, and then moving the can while he gets those grabs.
Oh yeah, it's like a wannabe ice climber scenario, you know?
Right. That's how you differentiate the difference between top level Duck Hunt players and low level Duck Hunt players. And MVD
there it is.
That game, yeah.
Booyah! Look at that dog posing. That's what I'm talking about.
Puppy Power, am I right?
There it is. Duck Hunt representing Scooby-Doo, the pup version with Scrappy-Doo.
Right.
1-0 right now. And we're looking at a possible character change for Mew2King after that.
He's going to default Diddy Kong. Earlier, when I was playing in friendlies, he was testing out the Custom 2 up B. He was talking about how since Diddy Kong's kill power is nerfed, he was thinking about using Diddy Kong's Custom to get more kill power for the decreased recovery. But it seems like he just went back to default, though.
Yeah, it might have not panned off too well for him. I don't see that being extremely viable.
Right.
It just seems like it'd be a almost like a slightly easier way to get a kill if the situation calls for it. But I'm glad he stuck with the convenient Diddy Kong. And I mean, right now it looks like he's giving Duck Hunt just a little bit better pressure.
Right.
Duck Hunt doing everything he can to keep those spacies, though. I'm telling you, the puppy power is strong with MVD right now.
M2K countering with the animal matchup.
I know, right? It's the kingdom, and Mankind just happens to be the tool in this one. As you can see, Cowboys being placed down, and now we're back to an even match. Mew2King evening up that differential that we just saw not too long ago. Those pork and beans, though, still having that explosive reaction to Diddy Kong, and Diddy Kong still trying to find that 100% guarantee way in. He can't keep a string going for too long, just because the spacing is that grand, you know?
Right.
Now, kind of what I'm expecting in a scenario like this, I'm expecting, oh, never mind, here we go. Here's a turnaround coming from Mew2King, keeping him up in the air with these up airs, and the dog looking again for another way to space out. Now, if you're a Duck Hunt in a scenario like this and you feel like the barrier is kind of being penetrated, what do you feel like you should do?
Usually when you're dealing with the cans with Duck Hunt, you want to like move the can in the opposite direction by like doing like a forward tilt or something like that against it. And Duck Hunt will always like try to get the dash attack on it or forward tilt, just push the can a little bit more further to increase the can's range. Gotcha,
gotcha. So essentially just trying to keep the can in between yourself and your opponent for possible future setups.
Right, like that. The can is just very useful for and back throw kills.
Oh, there it is. Looks like Mew2King is trying to close that gap 110%, and right now asking for that extra credit in class, but Duck Hunt's not going to make this one easy. MVD getting that side toss off the stage, 128% for Diddy, so anything could possibly happen. I mean, he's definitely going to have to look for that kill option just to make sure there's not an increasing gap between him and Mew2King in this scenario.
Right.
Here we go. Nice throw off the stage. Are we going to see a spike? No, but that cowboy placement, holy cow. Holy granola bars. That was
holy
beautiful.
Cowboy.
There you go. Alrighty then, Pilgrim. He's going to get a kill with the cannon. We don't want to hear any fuss about it. We got Dog, Puppy Power running around. MVD keeping that lead, 13%, right, or closing the lead, I should say. 38 to 33%. Mew2King looking for that way back in, and it looks like MVD's doing 110% well at keeping those projectiles on the map and keeping that spacing. Now, is there anything that you expect from Diddy Kong in a scenario like this as a way to close the gap, or?
You want to avoid the grab from Duck Hunt because they'll try to string together that can combo. The can combo. But, yeah, honestly, Mew2King's probably just going to be zoning with his banana and probably like his gun, probably. And just trying to look for anything that he can lead up to his aerials. Despite the nerf, it still has lower knockback, which means he can still combo them. So that's probably what he's going to be looking for right now.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's kind of what we're all looking for right now is a string of up airs, a lot of ha's, to keep him going in this match, just to make sure he gets that increasing damage for when it's kill potential time.
Exactly.
It's going to start to drive the patience wild of this dog, but this pup right here showing why puppy power was such a popular thing in the 90s, not letting down whatsoever. We got MVD keeping that spam 110%. And coolest thing I have to say is the dog definitely looks like a Westerner when he's carrying the banana. It's like a toothpick almost, you know? But that's just wild imagination. Here we go. Back air off the stage. Puppy Power trying to remain in control, using those projectiles to get some backup power.
Right. M2K using his bananas to just keep his zoning, just like planting it on the ground so he can keep some space between the dog and the duck. But then again, the dog and the duck still have the can, so just like a counter to his bananas.
Touche, and I mean, Mew2King is doing a 110% magnificent job at making sure that this isn't a complete closure.
And nice.
Okay,
Nice
little
conversion.
alley-oop.
Right.
Little alley-oop for the win, and there you have it.
That's
MVD moving forward.
With his duck hunt. Now I understand why he wanted to get that, why MVG wanted to get that duck hunt matchup on.
That's what I'm saying. I think he kept it more of a secret. Holy South Harmon Institute of Technology, that was a good match. But look, I'm going to dip off. I have to face Steam on stream. Wish me the best of luck.
Best of luck to you, man.
Let's get you on there.
So I guess I'm just going to go solo commentary until I can find somebody. Can MVD get on commentary?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
You can get back on.
All right. Nice to see you again, MVD.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Great game.
Thank you.
Now I understand